Hello, Divine Mothers. I'm back again. This time I had a really good question yesterday. Is the Sophia Code religious? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not religious. It's the complete opposite. Okay, so I grew up with a Catholic upbringing, so I know what religion is. And you are pretty much told that if you don't do this, it's sinful and you have to ask for forgiveness. And there's a lot of fear mongering in the Catholic Church. What I've found with the Sophia Code, it's a gentle way to work on yourself. So you're counseling yourself to heal, to go within, to connect with your higher self, to discover your sovereign divinity and align with your truth. Now, what religion does that? Most religions, we have to seek to the outside. We have to pray to something to help us. Whereas the Sophia Code, it gives you the self-empowerment to say, you already have this. And now all you need to do is work through the key codes to activate that dormant part of you that has not been activated yet. Because in our society, we've sort of been dumbed down and we've been told that you can't do this. You either need to go and seek counseling or go and get help. You don't have the ability, but you do. That's the irony. We actually do have the life force within us to self-heal, to work through our own trauma and to discover that divine love and that divine sovereignty is waiting to be activated so we can become empowered and see joy in our life. So if anything, it's probably most closest to a type of Reiki energy or magnified healing. I have experienced that before. So when I read the book, you can feel the energy coming through it. And you already know that there's no way a human could write this. It's so beautifully written. It resonated with my heart. Sometimes I would read a certain chapter, especially Isis. She comes in with such great force, and her words would bring tears to my eye because it made me realize there is so much sitting that I have not even looked within myself, and I had to sort of go, wow, this is amazing. Like we actually have this, and we just need to be told and given permission that you can become an upgraded version of yourself, a luminous light being, which is who we are, because this human self is almost like a costume. We wear it, but we are a spiritual being having a human experience. So for anyone that ever asks you, oh my goodness, have you, joined some religion or some cult? All you have to do is say, no, I've just discovered that I have the ability to align myself to the truth. I have the ability to discover my sovereign divinity, and I can become self-empowered. And you too can do it. That's the irony. We all can do this. This is not just for a minority of us. And the greatest thing I can tell you is that, yes, the Ascended Masters, the seven, they are there to guide us, and that's it. They don't want to be worshipped. They're not about ego stroking them. That's not what they're there for. They're just here to tell you that these are the activations that we went through during our lifetime. Here's the key code. You can do it yourself. And I think it's important to remember that, especially Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, I think they get really overlooked in the Bible. And you've got to understand, they came from ancient teachings. They went to mystery schools. They weren't just, especially Mother Mary, she wasn't just picked out of a whole village to be the chosen one to give birth to Jesus. She also did a lot of training. And this whole sacred text comes from a lineage of ancient wisdom that has been passed through the feminine movement, if anything. And unfortunately, because we live in a society that is quite male-dominated and patriarch-dominated, we don't get the opportunity to discover this. And when people hear about it, their first thought is to be skeptical. And I hold compassion for you, because I understand that that's your ego and it's protecting you. That's your ego mind. But at the end of the day, when you're open to it and you're curious to it, you will discover, wow, I wish I learnt this when I was younger. So that's what it is. It's about honoring the inner child. It's about making peace from within so you can live life to your fullest potential. And that's the best way to describe the Sophia Code. So I hope that answers your question. It is not a religion and it's not a cult. Okay, thank you for that. Bye.